Thanks for joining me. Today I'm exploring the city of Medellin and a number of the different sights and sounds and things to see. So please come along with me. This is the Park of Lights. There's light poles, approximately, I believe 300 of them, from what I understand. So this place is called the Park of Lights. And, these buildings were put for public use. And this one now is currently the Department of Education, and this one is the Department of Culture. And the city of Medellin, through multiple projects, this being one of them, was doing social urbanization, trying to bring themselves out of the violent and very negative past associated with the infamous citizen Pablo Escobar. So this is part of the revitalization of the city of Medellin. Here we have the railway of Antioquia, the Ferrocarril de Antioquia. Right behind it, the tall building, is the Palace of Justice. The current Palace of Justice, which I'll show you in a few minutes. Inside in the inner courtyard area of the railway station, there's an old train here. Very nice. So here in Medellin, a very, very straightforward looking building, not fitting the name of it. This is the Palace of Justice. It doesn't look like a palace, but it's more like just a basic office building. This is the current Palace of Justice. This is a large statue monument to two previous governors, right next to the Palace of Justice. Out in front of all the government buildings in this area is a very impressive monument or art that shows the history of the Paisa people, beginning with the origin and going through history. The origin, I guess, started the history of Medellin. It started with Spaniards coming in search of gold mining, and then into the Industrial Revolution years. And, well, in history, settlement and assimilation of the people to the Spanish culture. And then it ends, I guess this is the Industrial Revolution here, with the bringing of the railway to Medellin area. And at the very top, I guess that's more recent history, the Christianization of Medellin and area. And then surrounding is the mayor's building. The building behind this is where the government of Antioquia is housed, and then the tall building is the Palace of Justice. And this is really nice greenery on the side of the building. There's no wind, so the flags aren't blowing. these three flags, the one on the left is the flag of Antioquia, the middle flag is Colombia, and the right flag is the flag of Antioquia, but it has a crest in the middle, and that's the flag of Medellin. If the wind picked up a little more, you could see them much better. There's an example of the buses that I was telling you. It's just really, really cool. I don't know if pimped out would be the right word to describe that, but their buses are very colorful, bright. I dare say joyful. Welcome to my food tour on my day out in Medellin. I'm trying to have some traditional food. And so what I'm having this afternoon is Bandeja, which is a platter. From what I understand, Bandeja Paisa is the usual traditional dish, which we have, of course, and sausage. But I'm having Bandeja, but it's a platter with chicken, and it usually comes with beans and red pie, and an egg. And it's basically, from what I understand, Bandeja is a really wholesome, full-serving platter of a combination of foods. This meal with the drink, that was lemonade, cost me 21,000 pesos. There you have it, my platter, a full serving, and a lemonade to drink. So I'll let you know how this is. It's been good. It's very hearty serving and good tasting at a reasonable price. So I recommend this meal as a meal. Thumbs up. I definitely am off the beaten path here. I just saw a spire of a church, which I wanted to go towards and to show you, because one of the sites in the city here is a lot of churches. So I've come into definitely not a tourist neighborhood here. The name of this church off the beaten path is Paroquia Sagrado Corazón de Jesus. In a pretty industrial neighborhood. But here's a view of the non-tourist area of the city. Looks like it's in an automotive garage type area. I was here earlier in the day, and the street was literally filled with food stands and sellers and vendors. Looks like this time of the day they've cleared out, but there's still the permanent businesses here. It was very, very busy when I was here before, walking through. Designed by Belgian architect. It no longer is Palace of Justice, and it has now become a shopping mall. And on the upper levels, there's more shops and art. believe this is one of the central domes. Stained glass ceiling. Definitely looks like a palace. This third floor is a series of galleries, art galleries. Every room has art. Perhaps that's the stairway to heaven there. And outside the National Palace Central Commercial, there's a busy street market. This is the area surrounding. And from what I understand, this is an area where there's a contradiction or a juxtaposition and contradiction in the church being here, but it's also a place where it's known that young men come looking for love. And I'll let you figure that out. That building in the distance is the tallest building in Medellin, and it's designed in the shape of a needle, which is to represent the clothing fabric business of Medellin. And this building here was designed by the same Belgian architect National Palace was designed by. And it's currently now a museum, a highly recommended museum to see. And it's across the way from another museum, the Museo de Antioquia. This is Bortero Plaza, where 23 of Botero's sculptures, bronze sculptures, were donated. And we just heard from our tour guide that Botero, the artist, was 91 and died last October. And his funeral was held in the square here. And he was buried in Italy, where he spent most of his life. And his art is referred to as proportional art. It's accentuating disproportionate sizes, as you can see from there's some more of his bronze sculptures of Botero, the artist. And the development of this area was also part of the revitalization of the city of Medellin. This is the front of the building. That's the back of a statue. Beautiful building. From what I understand, it's got Gothic features. Not that I'm an expert, that's just what I heard. I wouldn't even know how to define it as Gothic. So I'm just repeating what I've heard. And up above here with new and old is the metro, which is was built in the 1980s and was one of Medellin's proud moments when they went from being a very hard city to travel in to developing such a well-designed metro system, public transit system, so that the people of the city could access the city and enjoy. And the building of the metro was also part of the revitalization of the city, in which they were trying to bring it out of its negative past of all the violence of the 1970s, 80s, I believe in 1990s, even into the 2000s. Unfortunately, the drug cartels of those days have since just no longer exist, but apparently the industry, narcotics still does exist, but it's much more decentralized than it used to be under Pablo Escobar's control. Here is the beautiful side of that building. It's almost palatial and definitely church-like. You want to come and see this? Old and new. And it's finally happening. We're getting some rain. We've been in Medellin for a while now, and we've heard about how much rain it has, but we've been lucky that we haven't had much rain during our time here. There you see we're in Park Barrio. That's the Park Barrio metro station that I'm standing underneath here. Huge. Here's some really, really nice murals at the metro station here. Showing some of the culture and history of the Paisa peoples and region. We're having a serious downpour here. So here's an interesting twist. I'm waiting at a bus stop for an Uber. I'm at the bus stop just to stay out of the rain because it's pouring rain. This is the first where I'm ending my day early because it's just a downpour of rain. And it's not going to let up.